Hi, thank you so much for joining me today for my very first YouTube video. Hope you like it. I wanted to share about Reiki or energy healing, something that is so near and dear to my heart that I'm so passionate about, something that I've been on a quest and journey and path of for the past couple of years. About 2 years ago, I had an appointment for acupuncture for some shoulder issues and didn't realize how lucky I was that the person I was going to, he does acupuncture, she does acupressure, craniosacral work, Reiki, a variety of other healing modalities. And the thing that I remember the most is that when I left that appointment, my shoulder felt a lot better, but oh my gosh, I was like effervescing on the inside. I felt like a kid on Christmas morning. I had all this joy just bubbling up inside of me. But at the same time, I felt this inner peace, which was just a crazy sensation. It was so awesome. And I don't remember ever feeling that way before. And so I booked another session and I had the same experience. And I had talked to them after and I'm like, what is going on? Why do I feel this way? Is this the acupuncture? I mean, this is awesome. And was told that it was Reiki. I'd never heard of Reiki before, and it's probably a good thing because if I had just read about it, I'm sure I would have brushed it off as like another like hokey California thing. So luckily for me, I experienced it firsthand. So I immediately went home, started Googling, started reading books, started going to classes to learn as much as I could about it, how to do it on myself, how to do it on others. So at that point, I started a daily meditation and self-Reiki sessions. I do every single morning, a practice I do every morning on myself. And man, I just started seeing the most wonderful results. I was feeling so good. And I had a lot of inner peace, which I've never had in my whole life. Coming out of a background of a lot of childhood trauma, it was so incredible to feel good and to feel at peace and to be able to release some of this trauma, some of this old energy. So I started asking for volunteers because I was ready to start working on live people. And I asked my family if they would consider volunteering for me to do this session on them. And they were so sweet and so supportive and so courageous. And I said, just hop on the table and relax, and I'm going to do this session. And so they knew nothing about Reiki, which is only a little bit less than what I knew. So I started doing these sessions. And I don't know what I was expecting, and I certainly don't know what they were expecting, but the feedback and the results blew me away completely. I was not even prepared for this. Everyone on the table told me, oh my gosh, I was so relaxed. I've never been so relaxed in my whole life. A lot of people told me, oh my gosh, what was that? I was seeing colors. I had this out-of-body experience. This was so amazing. I loved it. This was so great. Several people told me, oh my God, I had the most wonderful visit from a loved one who's passed away. This was just invaluable. I've seen healing on every level, deep healing, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It has been the most extraordinary journey ever. I feel so blessed and so honored that this happened to me, that I experienced this for myself so that I could learn more about it and that I could, practice on other people. So in a Reiki session, energy is channeled through the Reiki practitioner or the Reiki master into the recipient. This energy comes from God or the divine or the universal life force or spirit, Mother Earth, whatever your belief is. It's not religion. You don't have to believe one thing or another for it to work. It is just amazing, and it just really works. I've seen it work on myself. I've seen it work on numerous people. So for the past 2 years, I've been doing Reiki in person. I do distance Reiki, which sounds a little bizarre, but since it's energy, you don't have to be in the same place. In fact, a lot of times, distance sessions are actually more dramatic and impactful than in person. I'll give you an example. And I'm really happy that this happened early on because I have had so much serious self-doubt going through this process, especially from the beginning, thinking, oh my God, is this really happening? Am I crazy? What's going on? My very first distance Reiki session was with a friend who lives about 2,000 miles away. And I asked her, would she volunteer? All she had to do was be available, like at this certain day and time. She needed to just turn her phone off and just relax. And that's all. So we did the session. We got done. She told me that, she became really relaxed. She fell fast asleep. She woke up the minute we got done. She felt good. Nothing else to report. So I said, that's fine. That's great. Just keep me posted if anything pops up. And also, if you have any unusual or vivid dreams, because that's pretty common after Reiki. So she called me about 2 days later, and she said, I just had to call you because I had a very vivid, very unusual dream, and I had to share it with you. I dreamed that I was traveling with your mother, with my mother. We were going somewhere, and she said the whole focus of this dream were about these figs. It was so bizarre, but it was so vivid. The figs were so beautiful and juicy and sweet, and we just couldn't get over these figs. And so I think I probably had to just put her on hold or set the phone down and sit down, because I felt like someone had knocked the air out of me. Because just the day before, we had just planted a fig tree in my backyard with my mother's ashes, because my mother loved California so much and the garden, and my mother loved figs. And this was such great reinforcement for me that this is really real. This is something that's so much bigger than me. This is like an incredible connection with spirit, with each other. And I just feel extremely grateful and blessed to be able to give Reiki, to share it with others. So I am planning a few more YouTube videos. I'm going to do a video where I actually show a Reiki session, where I have some money on my table, and talk more about distance Reiki, and also about some custom blended essential oils that are just so beneficial to your physical and emotional and spiritual state, and a variety of things like that. So if you enjoyed the video today and you would like to tune in for my next one, or if you have any questions, if you'd like to book a session, if you just want to chat about it, because I love talking about it, as you can tell, please just email me, text me, just zip me a line, or check out my website. That's redwoodessentialhealing.com. And I hope to hear from you. And until then, many blessings to you.